So did you get your trim painted?
Baseboards.
You probably shouldn't pour the tea over your lap. Hello friends, welcome home, welcome to Heritage Ways, welcome home. I'm Miss Katie and today is Thursday and we visit a little bit and talk about the community of diligent homemakers. We share about other ladies who are doing things in the diligent homemaking community of Heritage Ways. Specifically those surrounded around the Journal newspaper. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to answer a few frequently asked questions about the newspaper, because as more of you are learning about it, then you've been asking me questions. So I want to share some answers to those questions. We like to share where we're sitting and what we're drinking during these times. So I'm actually sitting here in my little recliner in the corner of our den with an Afghan that my mama made, because we've got the windows cracked a little bit. We had them open, but it was very cold. So now we just have them cracked. But a lot of people probably already have their heat on. We're in Middle Tennessee and it is October 30th today. And probably some have their heat on, but we just we don't want to do that just yet. We like the cool breeze and the cool air, but coming up pretty soon in November, it might be, I don't know, you never know in Tennessee. Sometimes we've had Thanksgivings that were really very, very warm, and then some that might have been cool, so you never know. But I am drinking mint tea. And I've got 2 tea bags in this little, I don't know what you call this set here, that little music man got for me. And hey buddy, can you come here and give me a hand and you can help? I'll hold it and we'll show them how it works. Help. Now, we have a little video when you first got this for me of you making tea. It's on YouTube, but I know you're not in the picture frame, but tell them. So this is the cup.
This is the cup, and this is the kettle.
That's a good, yeah, or pot. That's a good way to put it. Now, I'd always wanted one of these, and you found one and got it for me.
I did.
So I put warm water, tap water in here first to warm this up. And then I put 2 tea bags, mint tea bags. And then in England, they call them tea cozies, but I don't have a cozy, so I just use a towel. So right now it is steeping. So that's what I'm going to be drinking here in a little bit. And I appreciate you getting that for me, buddy.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right.
Also, viewers, she has tea here. I am about to heat up some hot chocolate for myself because it is cold here.
I know. They think it's colder than we think, because their makeup is, I don't know. They don't stay as warm as Dad and I do. Anyway, okay, we want to talk just a few minutes and answer a few questions. And if you have more, I want you to drop them in the comments and let me know. Now, the Journal newspaper, what is it? A lot of people say, I don't understand what it is. These are the last 2 issues, August and October. The Journal newspaper is an in-home physical product, a publication that's put out every other month. So it is mailed on odd months and you should receive them on even months. So for example, the next one coming up will be mailed the last week of November, and then you should receive it the first days of December. Second question is, what do you offer it digitally? No, we do not. This publication is in its 6th year, going into its 6th year. It's meant to be an old-fashioned, hold-in-your-hand product that you can enjoy getting out of your mailbox and reading, whether it's on your front porch swing in the summer or in your cozy recliner with a cup of tea in the wintertime or fall. It's written by and for homemakers and homesteaders. The only thing, pretty much in every issue, the only thing I write is the front page. The other 52 pages are by ladies and some gentlemen. In the past, we've had gentlemen staff members who contribute content around the world, from around the world. I'm just so thankful that we have this community who's willing to come together and create this product. The next question is the cost. Some people say, oh, that's really low. And, how do you do that? Well, it is currently, right now, the end of October 2025, it's $14.50 per year, but we are going to have to go up because stamps keep going up and paper and all the supplies keep going up. But you should know the money goes back into purchasing, ink toner and supplies and things like that. And even if eventually, if we have to buy a new printer and that kind of thing. There is a video that I can link right here. And also I can put it in the description box of this video. I can put it in the iCards, or you can search for it. And it's called A Day in the Life of the Homemakers newspaper. And it's actually how it's published. So you can watch that video, you can see exactly what we do and how we do it, how I get the information and all that kind of thing. None of the staff members or I are paid to do this newspaper. I would like to be able to pay staff members, especially those that are just really, to me, vital to getting the paper out, and that is our editor and our subscription manager, because if we didn't have those two people, I don't think you'd be getting the newspaper in the mailbox. Of course, I'm very thankful for all the staff members. That's everybody who writes every month. We are going to have to go up in price, and that is January 1st of 2026. A note about that, there is a way to lock in the price that you're paying now. If you subscribed at the $14.50 level, stay tuned to the end of this video and I will let you know how you can avoid any price increases. Next question is, can the reader submit content? Absolutely, and that is what we draw on. That is what we expect. And so there are emails where you can send certain types of content. If you want to send recipes, we have an email for that. If you want to send book reviews, we have an email for that, and so on. We do have column managers, what I call column managers, each year. At the end of each year, we give these people an opportunity to cease their role as column manager or to continue. We hope that they continue, but that we totally understand people's availability changes. But I just want to give an example of what a column manager is. So a column manager, for example, this year has been Sean Creamer in Texas for the recipe section. We call it the pantry. And so she is responsible for collecting any recipes that might be sent to her or submitting her own recipes. And basically she's responsible for the column content, whether she has to come up with it or whether it is submitted to her by you, the reader. So we have several column managers. We have people that represent all states, from all over the United States. Next question is, do we send it internationally? Absolutely, we do. The price is a little bit more because our stamps are a little bit more, and also that price, international price for a subscription, is going to go up as well, January 1st, 2026. But I've tried to give you ample warning in all the videos that I make every Thursday, and also in my Sunday night email newsletter that I send out to your inbox. Another question I get is, what is folks' favorite part of the journal? I hear two things repeated, and they are actually in the very front and the very back of the journal newspaper. Folks love the news from home. And that is basically homemakers writing in what they have done in their home recently, whether it's quilting a quilt, learning how to can beans, learning how to sew. We have a lot of homemakers who work from home, who are stay-at-home moms, who work outside the home. We have all different scenarios of homemakers represented. The common denominator is that we all have a heart for home, and we just love our home and want to do our best and be diligent homemakers. Another very popular part of the journal is in the back, and it is the puzzles. We have a crossword puzzle. Well, there's the crossword puzzle. That's the crossword puzzle, and that's the word search. Enola, Miss Enola in Ohio. I'll link the video where I share about her, the column manager for this section. She also writes some content for the inspiration section a lot of times. So those are the two favorites, but we have content about gardening. We have content about hospitality, book reviews, nutrition, sewing, trivia, and stories about yesteryear. And so it's just really a treasured publication. And it is a timeless resource. The only thing that would be considered time sensitive in here that wouldn't be relevant maybe in a year or so would be the news from home, where ladies are telling what's going on in their home or their family during this season. The rest of the content, I always urge folks to not throw the newspapers away, because they are reference material, resource material. I'm just opening it up right here. The Good Steward is telling how to slow down in the fall, how to use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without. And then you've got the Homemakers Club talking about how you can have your own Homemakers Club. And then I'll just randomly flip here. Precious Memories, stories from the past, what Miss Kathy writes about growing up in the 50s in Virginia, farming in Florida. So there's always a lot of helpful information and resource material in the journal. So I will tell you how you can lock in your price, your subscription price. Interesting to me, a lot of people say, I can't believe you're only charging that amount for what this is, and the work that's put into it, and the fact that it's just, it's a homegrown, heartfelt publication that's just, it's just real, it's authentic. So if you subscribe via the PayPal link, then that is an automatic renewal system, and you are locked into whatever you subscribe at. So when we first started 5 years ago, almost 6 years ago, we started at $12, and it was a much thinner newspaper. And if you're thinking, why can't I pay 12? Well, it was a very much thinner newspaper. It's about half the size. And of course, stamps especially, have gone up since then. But the people who subscribed at the $12 level are still paying $12, and they will continue to, because that's how the automatic PayPal system is set up. And so if you unsubscribe and you come back to subscribe later, you will have to subscribe at whatever the new rate is at the time you resubscribe. So there's that information for you. So if you subscribe today, for example, and it's $14.50, then if you remain a reader, a subscriber, the fee continues to go, the cost continues to go up, then yours will not. The second way to subscribe to the newspaper is through check. A lot of people do not like to use the internet paying services and not PayPal and all that, and that's fine. That's fine, I understand. You can send a check, and that information will also be in the link that I'm going to share below. But just know, every year that you send the check in to us, you will need to pay whatever the rate is that year. And you'll have to remember to pay, to renew by check. We do have deadlines that we have to go by for our subscriptions and for everything. Just like, newspapers have deadlines. We're learning a lot. So I want to thank my wonderful staff, my editor, Amanda, my subscription manager, Danny, my husband, Mr. Patient, and my family who helps, as you can see in the video that I've talked about earlier of how the newspaper's published. They help get it out the door. And I just want to thank you, the readers, for reading and contributing to the journal newspaper written by and for homemakers and homesteaders. So I hope you're counting your blessings, because this journal is definitely, in my opinion, a big blessing. And by the way, you can give it as a Christmas gift too, any kind of a holiday gift. So if you want to do that, you just have to email us, let us know, or, and we can tell you how to do that. You just pay for the subscription and tell us where to send it. So I will talk to you next time. Have a good day.